Howdy, howdy, it's Future Marstead with another new episode. This one's a little bit awkward, just the way things worked out. It's going to be super short compared to the previous few episodes, and not a lot happens in it, but one really important milestone gets passed, so I did want to get this out there and publish because I think it's pretty exciting. There'll be more exciting things to come in future episodes. As I mentioned, I'm currently doing Group Iron Man, but I'm not really recording it because, everybody's doing it. Everybody's rushing Winter Tot and then doing optimal quests and then doing Temporos and that kind of a thing. I might start recording it with my group once we get to some interesting content where we're kind of branching off what everybody else is doing. But you can imagine. I'll post my stats up on the screen here again as of today's recording date, October 17th, 2021. I'm currently running laps in Canifis to try to get Marks of Grace to get my agility outfit. And man, is it nostalgic to be doing low-level agility again. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this episode. I'll be back at the end for a sign-off. Thanks. Hey, I'm back. So, depending on how this published schedule works out, you'll have just seen... You've probably already seen the Sins of the Father episode if you didn't care about spoilers and watched it after episode 50, One Small Favor. Then you waited 5 years or something crazy for the Diary Cape playthrough to get published. And then you just saw it again, but this time with fast forwarding. Trying to imagine what it's like to be you. Because for me, it's all just happening back to back. Since the Father's done, I want to go check out some of the content that's in Darkmire. So I'm going to gear up here to do that. Check out the agility thing. Seems kind of cool. See if it's decent agility XP per hour. Maybe I'll use it to get to the quest gate minimum. I would love to get that endurance ring, but I heard a rumor that you need to be 92 agility to have a chance to get it. And, nope. I'm good. What else? I think that's it. I'm off mute and fast forward once I get to some of this new content to check it out. I need to figure out where everything is, because I have no idea how any of it works. Those are really cool quests, though. Really liked how dark it was when it wrapped. I really like how willing Jagex is to change the status quo. Where the Darkmire teleport takes us, is it somewhat close to the bank? Is it Frank the Bloodville? It looks like it's comparably close to this bank as the one in Theater of Blood. I got attacked while I was there. I think I was on mute when I was complaining about it. Hopefully the Grandmaster quest, when it comes out in 3 or 4 years, is going to make it so that you don't need to have 3 bank spaces set aside for this. Not a big deal. Darkmire. And the teleport location is comparably close to a bank, to the Theater of Blood one. The Firewatch Sentinels are still attacking me. Interesting. Okay, now I can use the bank with this thing equipped. Figure out where I'm going, though. Probably in the place marked minigame. Hollowed Sepulchre. People are already farming the Firewatch. Interesting. Oh, Mausoleum Door. I guess that makes sense. Probably want to be graceful to this, I guess. I have no idea how this is going to work. Oh, hallowed air. Oh, there's a bank down here. That's nice. I haven't read anything about how this works other than that it's agility content, so I'm going to give it a try here. Does it use stamina potion? Talk to mysterious stranger. Welcome to the Hallowed Sepulchre. Here to claim treasure within. Seems like the kind of activity one like you would appreciate. Maybe no one like me. You're not one of the inhabitants of the city. You could use some of your talents. The place was built before the city of Darkmire existed, back when this land was known as Hallowvale. The Sepulchre was used as a resting place for Hallowvale's loyal followers of Saradomin. If they were driven out by the vampires, the Saradominists used their magic to safeguard this place. The dead here are buried with the wealth they had in life to protect the riches. The Saradominists enchanted the statues within the Sepulchre to create various defenses. I'm going to get some of this treasure for you. How do I go about doing it? Only interested in the old currency of this land. Find hallowed marks, be willing to take them off your hand. In exchange, I can provide tools that will help you within the sepulchre. Keep whatever else you find yourself. You have to use your reflexes to overcome traps inside. There are 5 floors in total, each more dangerous than the last. Statues are intended to do fire, some throw swords. I have so much time for the magic seals, the coffins, and the stairs leading to the next floor. Don't wear the items of any other god. Okay. Use any teleport skill to escape the hallowed sepulchre. Strange crystal shards. Use to teleport to the lobby. I can tell you more when you run out. Okay. Guess I want a piece of Saradomin gear that doesn't overlap with the Graceful set. Holy Blessing. And I guess we want to bring some food, maybe? I don't know. Dying during this video will not be considered a safe death. Are you sure you wish to enter? Yes. Oh, music's cool. Watch your step. Ow. Oh, it stops you when you touch it. Lame. You can't just brute force it, basically. Oh, I see. There's safe spots along the path. Cool. So this is all a timing thing, I guess. 1 minute remaining. I see. So it's mostly a time loss, not just the money aspect. It looks like it's pretty high tension, too. 30 seconds left. Prepare the ready to hammer, a saw, and 2 planks and 5 steel nails. 2 oak planks and 5 mithril nails, 2 demons, 5 adamant nails, and rune nails. 100 agility XP for clearing a floor. Or if that's a one-time thing to fix that, or how that's supposed to work. This is an encounter where having my true location is actually super helpful. The little translucent tile that shows me where I'm walking. Does like heal you, maybe? Just avoid them altogether. Assume some percentage of this is randomly generated. Sacrifice. Let's bring a suitable offering to use at the brazier. Huh. No idea what that would be. Oh, good amount of XP in the next floor. No treasure so far, though. Oh, I see now it alternates. Clever. Orangey where it's about to fire, it looks like. I don't think I'll be able to go any lower than this. I'll need to have 82 agility, which I guess I could boost to, if it lets you. It might be like Pyramid Plunder where you can't boost. This is way harder than the previous one. You said broadcast which ones are about to fire. Go, 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 go! Oh, I just barely made that one. Did not deserve it. No idea how to get through those things yet, still. That's a hell of a hallway right there. Because you can pause in between the flames, maybe. I'm getting spammed in the middle here. Oh, and it sometimes fires different ones. Yeah, this thing seems almost like borderline impossible. It's really just prayer XP right now? I guess I need to look up how exactly this works. 5,000 hallowed marks. 300 hallowed marks. Everything else in there is a buff inside. Alright, I'll have to look into that later. It seems neat, but I need to understand it better. It seems like it's almost too hard for what it's worth. Alright, let me grab Guess the Dragon Pickaxe. Ooh, hopefully pickaxe type doesn't matter for the essence mine. Where is that mine? Let's see what else is supposed to be in Darkmire here. Pickpocket Fire Lords and Fire Ladies. I might try it. I like the idea of the sepulcher, but holy shit, it's difficult. The last one in particular seemed like almost comically difficult, the one that I was failing on there. Pickpocket. Lad Beckstein. Because you can't use Rogue's outfit with them, otherwise they'll aggro you, maybe. Presumably they usually just give coins. It sounds like there's a rare chance to get Blood Shard. Man, the pickpocket chance is awful. As soon as they hit you for 5. One more pickpocket and then I'll call it. Oh hey, cooked mystery meat. A good coin rate, I guess. You heal some health and tastes concerningly nice. Nice. Alright, where is this essence mine? The dungeon, maybe? Yeah, this looks right. Okay. Is there a bank down here somewhere? I don't really have a map down here, okay. Okay, so it's AFK, but you have to run between them when one runs out. It's like maybe only one's active at a time. Yeah, that's pretty AFK. This is for RuneCraft. So I'm gonna have to calculate how much I need to get the 77 RuneCraft. That might be something I want to work on right away, because it starts getting me some more elite diaries, like the Fremennik one. It doesn't look like your mining level matters here. Is this the NPC that I trade Dale Essence to? Let's see. I don't recognize you. Haymar Nightshade. Welcome to the Essence Mine. Use the slaves to mine Dale Essence. Dale ore is a weaker form of Dale Essence. It still has its uses, but we have the slaves mine it. The essence is far more powerful. An object of great power was once stored in this cave. Apparently the presence of the object created the Dale deposits. Its main use is as a key component in the vampirification process. We use to create runes. Mine your own. If you choose to mine the deposits, you know the Dale shards you'll get are useless on their own, they'll need converting into essence. I can provide that service. I'll send converted essence straight to your bin. Oh, that's cool. Then one deposit is active at a time. $43. Cool. Okay, so I think I can do that math, that the you get 150% XP, figure out what the average XP rate is at ZMI, I guess. Get way more of these than you get pure essence. Like now, there is really no reason, there already has been no reason to mine pure essence. There's definitely not now, right? I'll try doing this for like an hour. I mean, why not? I'm gonna hop worlds in a second so I can reset this timer down here. Mark object seems like it's pretty nice. Helps you keep track of which one is actually active. little over 7,000 Dailies shards. I'm going to go turn them into Essence and use them at ZMI. Because I'll report if there's anything interesting, but really don't have too much to say about it because it's, it's ZMI. Yo, good morning. We're here at ZMI. I'm going to try to burn through RuneCraft here. I want to get as much of it done as I possibly can. Probably end up going back to the Dailies mine here soon. I did my calculation. I don't think I have quite enough Dailies Essence to get all the way to 77 would be my stopping point. Oh wow, I hit the level earlier than I thought it was. RuneCraft 75. Now I can use giant pouches for 2 levels. How very exciting. But seriously, that is actually quite exciting. See how it impacts the XP rate here? 2 more levels, and then apparently RuneCraft becomes significantly less painful, is my understanding. Take a break real quick to calculate XP per essence, although I guess it's carrying over 74 to 75. 68, 300. I started with 6659 Dailies Essence. I've used 3550. I've got 3550 left, so 3109 is the total amount I've used. So it's about 22 XP per essence. 21.968. I'll call that 22. That'll help me calculate how many of these I'm going to need to finish mining to get all the way to 77, because I'm not there yet. think I might be experiencing a Comcast outage here. Let me check. Yep. That's a bummer. Hopefully I don't die from the NPCs that are there. They almost never matter, but they might if a character's just standing there lagging out. I'll be back. Well, it definitely didn't die, but definitely got low on health, so good thing we got back in. Go ahead and finish this rush here. About to be out of Dale Essence. I'm going to go back and mine some after this last run. All right, I got to step away for a bit. Actually, I know this hasn't been a very long chunk, but we'll come back and I'll calculate how many essence I need to finish. I just did the calculation for Dale shards, and I need 7,500 to play it safe. So that's how many I'm going to get while I'm here. I'm caught back up on Dale shards. I'm gonna head over to Arania Altar and finish up 77 Runecraft. Although I guess before that I should do dailies, so I'll do that first. Alright, I'm gonna wrap here. I got some work I gotta do. I'm able to be as attentive as I'd like to be to runecrafting. We come back. Hopefully I can work on finishing up 77. See ya. Alright, here it comes. 76 runecraft. One more to go. I had a chance to comment at all, but gonna try to make 77 happen. I might go to bed before. I'm almost certainly gonna go to bed before I finish, but I'll wake up in the morning and wrap it up, and I should never have to do awful rune crafting ever again if I understand how AFK bloods are. We'll see. I would like to have another AFK training method, especially for a skill that sucks and is blocking most of my achievement diaries right now. Oh, good morning. Let's go ahead and push through and finish 77 recruiting. All right, here comes the final lap. My understanding is correct. This is the last time I'll ever have to do shitty rune crafting. I'll be able to do nice, fun AFK blood rune crafting forever after this last lap. Frodo, it's over, it's finished. .gif. There it is. Runecraft 77. Praise it. I'm actually gonna take a quick break before I check out blood rune crafting. Want to see how many runes I got. I went ahead and looked at a screenshot of when I started doing this. So I'll do a price check on that for folks that might be interested in that sort of a thing. I can clear out my fillers here. Actually, I don't think I need these pouches anymore. I don't think you use them for blood rune crafting. Also did a pretty decent job on essence calculations. I only got 158 extras. Could have been worse. Right, let me calculate how many runes I ended up with, and then I'll put them in a price check. These are the rune counts that I pulled out. See if I can do this in descending order. And I spent 6,126 mined runes. Oh dear. 2.4 million GP worth of runes. It's actually not too bad. Cool. Technically, I can boost to finish the Fremennik Elite Diary now. I might do that. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna end up doing Bloods anyway. I mean, I may as well get a little bit higher if I'm not going to be using the diary reward anytime soon. But it would be super convenient, so I'll have to think about it. I'm gonna go do dailies real quick, and then we'll go see how blood rune crafting works, because I've never done it before. I don't think I want to spend a ton of time there. I might go do some Slayer or something more interesting, but it'll be good to just kind of understand how it works. No longer enough points for boxes. Okay. Maybe I'll do some of that later today. Nightmare Zone. So I'm gonna need a pickaxe and a chisel. Pickaxe and chisel. I think that's all I need. Let me go see. Cervical fast. Should figure out if this shortcut's faster or what the deal is. It's the Blood Altar. Look at all the rune crafters. Crafting XP for mining it. That's kind of cool. Okay, so you mine the blocks, and then you use them on the altar, and then you chisel them. Don't know as if I can, like, increase this stack as much as I want. Climb up the slope. Well, let's see if I can increase this stack, I guess. I don't hold more than 108 Dark Essence fragments. Okay. This is interesting. So apparently I can make this faster because I've got the Lumbridge Elite Diary and the Max POH. For making a second inventory of Dark Essence blocks, teleport to your house, restore energy, use the fairy ring, and run to the altar. Oh, yeah, that's great. It's slightly faster. Makes things slightly more efficient, it says. That's the maximum number of fragments that I can have. Restore run. Let me put bloods in my rune pouch real quick. So you don't need graceful at all if you do it this way. And I think it's slightly faster than having to run all the way around to the altar. So I can click to auto walk there too. Pretty fast. It's quite nice. Hey, you've completed an elite task in the current Gables area. This is kind of like fishing. To switch nodes a bit more while mining, but that was easy enough. My understanding is this is like 20k-ish runecraft XP per hour. I'm gonna do one more inventory just to kind of see if I can get into the groove of it here. I think I could do this all day. This is super chill. It's comparable to fishing. I gotta go do something every so often, but the fact that I never have to bank is nice. Rune pouch means that I never lose inventory space while doing this. This is great. I know I said I was only going to do a little bit of this. This is so easy and chill that I'm totally fine with just runecrafting for a while. Who even am I? Guess I'll hold off on the Fremennik diary until I get 78 runecraft then. There's 78 runecraft. Clearly I like bloods because I said I was going to come here and try one run and ended up staying for 4 hours, get some work done. That's pretty awesome. I would like to take a break here shortly, but that's going to make it a little bit easier for me to boost for the Fremennik Elite Diary, so I'm going to see if I can do that real quick. I don't remember how much orange spice I've got in the bank. Take a look real quick. Not a lot. I'll try these real quick, why not? I need either a +4 or a +5 boost. Right, here's my first stew. That's only a +1. It's also a +1. Bummer. Alright, go try to farm for some more orange spice. Or +5 fletching boost, though. I got a decent number of orange spices here. I'm going to put this Hellcat back. I'm going to try this again. +4, okay. Got it. Elite task complete. Super glad I went to the trouble of getting to 78 before trying to boost that. Okay, and I think I just have one task left. I gotta go do like the Fremennik agility course or something. Yeah, okay, and I can just use a... I think I can just use an agility potion for that. I don't even have to burn a summer pie. Cool. And I got all these orange spices for next time. Easy peasy. And they've now patched it so that I'll get an option to teleport over to Warpath after the diary is complete. If I decide to do any more Warpath farming, I don't know why I wouldn't. Maybe gold at the end in order to pay back the bonds that I bought for splitting boss drops. Agility potions. Okay, talk to somebody to get kicked out. It's my first time doing this course, so. Drink agility potion. I guess I could easily make a ton of agility potions and just run this over and over instead of doing Sears Village. I don't know if the XP is better though, I'd have to Google it. Big Red Japan, remember in episode 2 when I thought that was a real player? Sweet, you have completed all the elite tasks in the Fremennik area. Speak to the authority in South Aurelia to claim your reward. Yet another completed elite diary. Getting down to the last ones. I'll be able to get 2 more done. Falador and Karamdor are all completely done except for the runecraft requirement. So if I'm able to do these blood runes often in the morning when I'm getting work done, there's a good chance I'll be able to really narrow it down. Completed all the elite tasks in my Fremennik achievement diary. Upgraded your Fremennik sea boots for you. In addition to all the previous benefits, your boots now have unlimited teleports to Relica. Your lyre can now teleport you to Yatazo or Nataz'Nat. You no longer need to seal a passage on Lunar Isle, saving a bank slot. Dagonoth's bones will be dropped as notes. Subjects will approve your kingdom management even faster than before. Cool. Oh, and of course I got an XP lamp. Forgot about that part. Herb lore, please. Herb lore's pretty close to 87. To double check what that's getting me in range of, I think it's making it so I don't have to boost to make anti-venoms, which is nice, but what else does it do? Yeah, I won't need to boost to make anti-venoms. I'll be able to use a spicy stew to make super anti-fire potions. I don't know if I bother with that, though. I guess the next thing that's exciting is getting it to 88 will let me use a botanical pie to make super anti-fires. Getting it to 90 will both let me make super combat potions without having to boost, which would be convenient. And use a botanical pie to make anti-venom pluses, which seems pretty important. What do I add to make an anti-venom plus? Is it like a Torstal or something? It's a Torstal, okay. And then I guess I could keep going to 93 for divine super combat potions, but I don't know if that's worth it. Be curious to see how much I have access to. Well, the stats on these are pretty decent, aren't they? The same as like adamant boots. Equivalent to adamant boots. But these have a higher magic and ranged attack. Did I somehow not bring my runes? Son of a bitch. I'm gonna show off my achievement gear in a second. Let me go deposit these spices first. Alright, fashion demo. 5 diaries I've done, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's a genie. What's up? Teleport's potentially pretty convenient, I think. Although I'm still probably going to use the one that's at a lunar island. I'm going to go check that out. I'm going to take a break for a bit. Might try to do some Nightmare Zone before the daily reset triggers so I can get my herb boxes. I'm going to see if I can save up to 1,000 herbs and then open them all at once and make as many prayer potions as I can, because prayer potions are about to become a real problem. And here's a return orb. That's convenient. Examine. Moon Clan's linked to the mainland. Go ahead and get rid of that lunar seal. Seal of passage, rather. Should I be teleported back to Relica? Yes. Oh, that's cool. Custom animation for it. Alrighty, well, I'll be back after I take a break. Still have some work to do, so I'll either do Sacred Eels or more Blood Rune Crafting. Next runecraft level that matters, unfortunately, is like 83, and then 86 after that, so we got a long way to go without any major payoffs along the way. See ya. Alright, and that was the episode. Getting blood rune crafting was a big deal, and there's going to be a lot of blood rune crafting to come. I think I just sat and, well, spoilers. There'll be a lot of blood rune crafting to come. You may have noticed in this episode and the last few episodes that I have the notification feature in RuneLite with a screen flash. Now, when that screen flash feature was first released, it was a solid red color only. And I've noticed that on the fast forward, it can be a little distracting and might even be kind of dangerous if you're prone to like epileptic seizures or something like that. I'll try to put a warning on the past videos where it's activated. RuneLite eventually adds a feature that lets you change the color of that flash and reduce the opacity. So I think in my current settings, the flash is at like a 10% opacity and it's blue, so it's barely noticeable on a fast forward. So if that's been frustrating to you watching the fast forward, it should be going away in a few episodes. I appreciate your patience on it. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.